Our approach was one, to be helpful, to hold the government to account. And even when there was a discovery of grave discrepancies as it relates to the estimates as presented, we choose not to be obstructionists, but rather to be objective and to lend our expertise and support to ensure that the people of Guyana get a budget.
Juan Egil, PPP Member of Parliament, as he and others briefed the media on the opposition's view of the Budget 2015, which was passed in the National Assembly early this morning. The former junior finance minister said that the party remains gravely disappointed over limits placed on it by allowing only 3 days for the examination of the estimates.
We felt it was because they did not want to have to account to the people of Guyana. So this whole mantra of accountability, transparency, and trust us, this was the first excursion of the new government into the public foray where accountability and transparency was concerned. And the people of Guyana, they had an opportunity to judge for themselves.
Indrani Chandapal, who said that the party represents more than 200,000 people and 7 regions who voted for it, added that the opposition would be holding the government accountable.
We were promised a whole lot of information. These will be laid over. Some will be made available on Wednesday and the next morning. And up to this morning, as the debate was closed, those information never came to us. So that is something that we will pursue. This party has documented, and we will continue to document everything that violates the Constitution, any act of discrimination against the people. We will be championing these issues.
Member of Parliament Anil Nandalal had issues with the government preaching transparency and accountability and said that the estimates were replete with illegalities and non-compliance.
Imagine the person performing the functions of the local government minister claiming ignorance in terms of who are the 10 regional executive officers in the 10 administrative regions of this country. That is an insult to the people of this country. Because you know, and I know, that he knew who those REOs are. But he simply refused to divulge that information.
He pointed to what Minister Nicolette Henry said about the expenses associated with the inauguration of President Granger.
You will recall that questions were asked of several government ministers, and I believe they repeatedly and consistently said that that event was funded from monies donated by party supporters, well-wishers, friends, and sympathizers. Ms. Henry last night disclosing under a line item under the Ministry of Youth that some 36 billion was spent for 2 events.
Billion, she said.
2 events. One, the cleaning of the stadium for some cricket match, and for the inauguration.
Nandalal said that after a news agency reported this, the minister denied making such a statement and her colleagues supported her.
There was a threat that came from the government side to ban that news agency from coming into the parliament and covering future parliamentary proceedings. Those are worrying signs. Worrying signs from a government that is only 3 months old.
Joe Hamilton said that some of which were initially declared ministries were found to be departments in the Ministry of the Presidency. He said that governance, citizenship, and social cohesion, according to budget documents, are so identified as departments.
You cannot be a minister and you don't have a ministry, or you shouldn't be. So we have persons who are being paid via public funds ministerial salaries with all the benefits that come with it. But in effect, they're managing departments in the Ministry of the Presidency. So that is a major lie and deceit that was perpetrated on the people of Guyana.
There is no provision in the budget student loans, University of Guyana, in the year 2015. This is one of the questions we didn't get a chance to ask on the floor. Why? Because of the time constraints. The $450 million allocation that has been made consistently by the PPPC to the University of Guyana Students Loan Agency is absent under that budget line, zero.
Reporting for Prime News, Julia Johnson.